Okay. Loot 8 chests. It's just chests, period, nothing else. Okay, that's easy. I haven't streamed for a few days. I just needed a short break from Wynncraft because all the fucking grinding gets very annoying. And the
Map.
fact...
Press tab to navigate. Narrator, off.
The fact that I do a bunch of grindy games does not help. I meant to hit V and I keep hitting B. Can I swap the narrator buttons? Because if I can, I'd love to. Because I'd love to put that on, like, numpad 9 or something. Anyway. Yeah, it gets really annoying to the point that I don't want to play anymore when I grind constantly for, let's say, a month. Cough, cough. Exactly what just happened with fucking Wynncraft. Now I want to play Wynncraft again. It's better for me to want to play Wynncraft than not want to play Wynncraft. The fuck is... Oh, Blixen's one of the dog's names, isn't it? It just says to loot chests, so we're gonna go and grab all these random chests around here. After we finish grabbing these chests, we're gonna start grinding for the materials for my rings and shit. One, because I need to get more scrap. And 2, I just need to get the tier 3 materials. I haven't started. If I could, I would legitimately do, like, half and half with frostbitten flesh and just walk speed. Because getting, like, a billion health immediately just on rings and shit would be amazing. Blacksmith, no, I need to take this to the item identifier. Yes, Discord lowers your defenses. I've looted 7. Once I loot this chest over here, I need 1 more. I don't know where another chest is over here, though. I do like that I'm getting a bunch of pure quartz, though. And yeah, we're gonna be grabbing every single item drop today, because we're just out of scrap. There's 2 tier 3 loot chests. Oh, there is a chest in the ribcage, isn't there? Wait. I'm pretty sure there's just straight up a chest in the little, like, rib cage down there. It would be this chest. Wait, does it count the... I think it's counting the end chest. I'm pretty sure that there's a chest in, like, the big-ass rib cage. I could be very wrong, very easily. Oh yeah, so YouTube the other day, this is something that I found funny. The other day, YouTube was recommending me a playlist of music, and it was an, quote, Asian mix. Nothing about the playlist was Asian in the slightest. It was literally Neurosama, an AI developed by a British guy who speaks in English and all that, singing a German song. Please tell me how a British AI singing in German is Asian. You know, it probably recommends me a lot of music saying that it's fucking Asian or J-pop or whatever. Because I listen to a lot of, like, music from anime. Like, I have every single One Piece song in my playlist. Which is probably a bit much. There we go, and that's a new tier 4. For the new... I should not sing more than like a single fucking lyric at a time from fucking One Piece music. That is a very good way to get Toei to fucking slap you. Toei is very, very protective of everything for no fucking reason. Please don't give me another tier 5 fucking fire. Fire's the only one that I don't want. I'm gonna be honest, Earth is not that good. It should be arguably the best DPS one, but I think I'm still gonna want Thunder instead. I'm gonna start not just streaming Wynncraft. I'm gonna start doing my pixel art on stream. For the new world. because it's gonna give me a thing where I can do like twice a week, because I've not done my pixel art either, because I've been way too out of Minecraft because of playing so much goddamn Wynncraft. Now, I'm interested in this wand. It's my first fabled weapon. Heat Death. Level 57 Mage or Dark Wizard. With a 35 agility, 55 int min, minus 500 health, bunch of lifesteal and mana regen as spell damage, and it lowers Ice Snake cost. And it has an extra thing. It is lower base DPS than my fucking Whispering Yumi. Okay. First thing first, let's check the jeweling station. Jeweling station is here, yeah. I'm still getting used to this area still, which is bad. Alright, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12 ice fish oil. 12 oil to 6, 12, 21 gems. Fuck me. That's bad. I started a diet recently and working out to try and lose weight. And this drink claims that it's got 10 calories, which doesn't seem right. It's a Monster. One of the fucking coffee ones. It tastes like soap. But it's better than me just drinking water, and if it's like actually only 10 calories, it won't matter whatsoever. You know what I am upset about with One Piece? I'm not going to talk any of the new shit. I'm going to talk the newest movie, which is like, what, 2-3 years old now? Anyway, the newest movie had fucking Uta in it, and it was all about music. And we got all these songs. Some of them are really fucking great, but the one thing we never got was we never got a fucking collaboration song between Ado, the voice of Uta, and our main man, which sucks so much because it would have been so good. A fucking song with both Uta and Brook would be great, but we didn't get one. Granted, their styles are completely different, but there's a very perfect song to use for it that they just have in their lap. They could have used literally any of the One Piece openings or Bink Sake. And it would have been perfect. And I am very upset that such a thing does not exist. Also, if anyone out there watching this VOD or in stream is really into fucking One Piece, the music videos on Ado's channel, not the fucking Crunchyroll or anything on Addo's channel. The official music videos, the ones that get reposted to Crunchyroll's YouTube channel. Because Crunchyroll has no fucking chill. Yeah, Crunchyroll legitimately just re-uploaded shit from Addo's channel. It's awful. Anyway, the official videos for some of these songs are sad as fuck. Like Where the Wind Blows. I just heard a weird sound, turned around, and there was a fucking Wendigo behind me. I get enough Wendigoon off stream, I don't need more on. What is this? Rotten flesh. Really? The Wendigo just straight up drops a level 1 crafting material. None of this shit is good. None of the Wendigo's drops are actually good. As far as I can tell, because I was talking about fucking the World's Continuation music video, the World's Continuation music video is literally, from what I can tell, about the death of a orphan child and her friend. That's like the entire thing. That's what it seems to be about. And it's fucking sad. A lot of music videos are fucking weird though. Like, Take Me to Church's music video is literally just a bunch of Christians beating the shit out of a gay guy. Official music videos are fucked for a lot of songs. It's weird as hell. There's one thing that is bad about this monster. Even if it is 10 calories, it tastes awful. And I think the reason it tastes awful is there's no fucking ginseng in it, like in a normal monster. Like, I can read all the ingredients on there, and it's got no ginseng anywhere in there. It's got, quote, ginseng flavor. You can't taste it. It's completely overpowered by the coffee, and, like, the ginseng is the flavor of Monster. And I enjoy that flavor. It's the entire reason why I would drink energy drinks. Even though they're fucking, like, awful for you. Granted, they're expensive as fuck, so I don't get to drink them often. Blacklight, which is another song from One Piece Film Red, like Where the Wind Blows. Blacklight is also weird, because it's mostly nonsensical, but you can, like, watch the video and get a story from the video, and the story that you can get is extremely weird. The World's Continuation, another one from the same movie, is also kind of fucked, like Where the Wind Blows, although it's a lot less. I need one more Sandswept Tomb key, and then once I have my full gear made, then it's time to go do Sandswept Tomb. I think it was Sandswept Tomb or Ice Barrows, and Ice Barrows is noticeably harder. It's a lot easier to get Ice Barrows keys. It's a lot harder to get Sandswept Tomb Key Guardians, because they're just ranged. They may not do a lot of damage anymore with this new gear, but they still kind of hurt. What the fuck is this? Hold on. Sorry. I have my browser open, my Opera GX, because yes, if I'm gonna have a browser open, it's gonna be fucking Opera, so that I can just make sure it doesn't lag my streams. That's literally the only reason. Anyway, I just looked over and I saw a fucking busty anthro fucking ram. In the release calendar, and I did not know why. It's literally a game coming out today, the demo for a game called Sucker for Love, Date to Die For. What? Why are all the furries so horny? I don't think I've ever met a furry that wasn't, like, really horny. It's weird. Wait, did my stream disconnect? Are you fucking... I started streaming at 8:44. It is 9:09, and it says that I've been live for 3 minutes. My stream disconnected. Why? I didn't do anything to disconnect my stream. Why? I do find it really funny. I've been talking. No one's gonna fucking. Oh my god. I am very upset that the fucking stream managed to disconnect again. I have like the single best internet that I can fucking get, and it still manages to disconnect me. The only upgrade that I can do is either I can move a little bit closer to Charlotte and get fucking Google Fiber, or I can swap to an Ethernet cable, which I would love to do, because that would mean either running an Ethernet cable through the fucking hallway, which people are going to trip on, or getting Ethernet ran through the house, which would cost a fucking fortune. We were supposed to get that done years ago, but then the people that were supposed to do it never showed up. Dodo. See, okay, I'm gonna talk about a mod pack that I played once, and I've yet to find it again. So, back when Origins was really, really popular, I played an Origins mod pack. And I like playing the mermaids because it made the game relatively harder. A lot of them had the pet mod, you know, the ones that add like the inventory pets, which just made it really stupid because it completely negated being a fucking mermaid. But one of the pack that I played that I could never find ever again, like when you picked a mermaid, you would have a tail and you would not be able to like move at all on land. And it didn't have inventory pets. And I've tried to find it again, but I just can't. Anyway, I don't really care about finding that again, but I want to know how they made the tail. I've been struggling with Blockbench for a few days now. Because I'm trying to make models so that I can try to learn how to make a mod. The issue is, all the modding tutorials, how to code your mods for Minecraft, are all for Forge. And I want to make one for Fabric. I'd like to make it for both, but yeah. If I make it for Forge, I'd want it to be for both Forge and NeoForge, but I think any Forge mods will run on NeoForge. Which I believe some of those reworks were specifically made for Content SMP, which is insane. Anyway, I was thinking of taking up the people that were here a few days ago on Sunday on their offer to play on their SMP, but they kind of just haven't responded. Because I just wanted something else to do. Now it just says that I'm live. It doesn't even say that I'm currently... It doesn't have a time. What the fuck is happening? I'm gonna go sit in there real quick. I need to check. What the fuck is happening? What the hell? I've been streaming for 32 minutes and 30 some odd seconds, but for some reason, the thing I use to actually stream is just shitting itself right now, and I don't understand why. Whatever. Anyway, the reason why I brought up that tale earlier, not only because I've been struggling with Blockbench making models, because it just won't let me fucking modify exactly how I want half the time. I think I might have figured it out, but I'm gonna have to go play with it off stream. If I can get what I want done in Blockbench, I'd be very happy. I want best yeah, I've put off my fucking pixel art for a few days. I need to go fucking do more. In fact, let me check. I've not done my pixel art since... Damn, has it been 4 days? Yeah, I need to get back to it. Music. Rising. Yeah, I've got 4 generations to do when I go off stream. Here's the thing. I don't think SMPs are not really that interesting. The most interesting shit that happens on it is, one, the interactions between the people. Which, if it's people I don't know, I'm not gonna fucking interact with them, right? But the next most interesting thing is typically redstone. The most interesting thing in all SMPs is typically the fucking building or the mods. It's like the only reason why Hermitcraft is fucking successful, because they have a bunch of fucking redstone people and a bunch of builders. That's like the only reason why they're successful. I'm decent at redstone. I'm fucking god-awful at building. The thing is, I've not kept up with redstone techniques since fucking 1.7 came out. Which was forever ago. Let's see when 1.7 came out. One 1.7 came out October 22nd, 2013. I have not like kept up with redstone techniques since 1.7 came out. Not 1.7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. 1.7. One 1.7 added dark oak and acacia. That's how old 1.7 is. A lot of my playtime of Minecraft was on 1.6.4 or on console versions, I think was 1.5. The addition in 1.7 was acacia and dark oak slabs and stairs. And it added bonus chests. And then it added the full logs, the ones with textures on all sides, you know, without like the inner log where it's all bark, basically. And then it added spruce saplings being able to grow in 2x2. And then it added dark oak forests. And it made it so music pauses when you pause the game, which doesn't exist anymore, which is fun. I know that it doesn't exist anymore because I got a fucking claim on a VOD of mine because a C148 song came on while I was in the bathroom with the BRB screen up while I had the game paused. Let's look at 1.6. The like 1.6.4, the final update before 1.7, is what I am the most familiar with redstone. Which one 1.62. I'm trying to see what the last like redstone update. Ah, yes. The versions that I'm most familiar with the redstone of are the version back when, you remember the original Pigman textures? Yeah, it's when those were fucking removed. What was... I can't see, like... Yeah, 1.6 was the fucking horse update. It's when horses was added. That's the version that I'm most familiar with redstone in. That's... Yeah. That's how fucking old my knowledge is. Everything prior to 1.6.4. Everything after that is mild knowledge, at best. Yeah, and 1.6 was when they removed texture packs and replaced them with resource packs. It also added the missing textures. The time in which I stopped actually paying attention to redstone updates was when they removed God Apple crafting. You can still craft God Apples. It's just you have to corrupt your world to do it. Yeah, just make a gold farm, make an apple farm. Take the gold and the apples, place them in a chest or in your inventory. Go like to the middle of nowhere. Lower your render distance to fucking nothing. And then craft all your god apples. And then update back to the proper version. And boom, now you have a very corrupted fucking world wherever the fuck you were standing back in the old version. But everything outside of that is perfectly fine. It may not work as well now that 1.18 is a thing. I don't know how Minecraft would work reverting a world from 1.18 back. Yeah, I remember the fucking... I don't know if anyone else remembers this video, but there was a video about the joke update 20W14 Infinity, where someone was like, they suggested infinite fucking dimensions to Mojang, and Mojang was like, nah. And then fucking 20W14 Infinity came out, which did just that as a joke update. And then someone made their actual idea into a mod that functions like infinitely better than the fucking joke update ever did. Because the joke update, straight up, just... it was nonsensical, the dimensions. It was, like, intentionally made nonsensical. Which, I'll be honest, kind of a shit move. Because adding the ability to do exactly what the guy said would be interesting. Because, basically... I believe the idea was the infinite dimensions could choose between one of the many presets, which include the large biomes, the normal overworld, the nether, the end, the floating islands preset, which is basically just the end but the overworld, and amplified. And then it would basically use noise variables to alter like overlays that change what blocks look like, and a bunch of other shit. And it was an interesting concept. It would be very, very weird to actually put into place. It's kind of like, the issue I have with it is it's kind of like Inception. If you make a portal to go to a world where like there's like nothing but like 3 or 4 different blocks everywhere, and then you make a portal in that world to go to a different one, then you're no longer in the first one, you're in the second one. But what happens if you brought the blocks from the overworld to make the portal back to the other world, but then you change it just slightly so that it's slightly different? It's weird, because then you have the overworld, you have world A, which goes into world B, and then you're going into world A1, which is like very slightly different, but because it's very slightly different, even if it looks exactly the same, it's not going to connect back to the overworld immediately. And the only way to get back to the overworld is to go through all of said portals again. And I believe that the nether and the end function differently in each world too. Yeah, 1.5 was the redstone update. 1.6 was the horse update. The reason why I know that I am familiar with 1.6 and not 1.5 is because there were horses. There were no horses back when I played on Xbox, which is where I originally started playing Minecraft. Meaning that it had to be 1.5 because there were repeaters and shit. Update 1.7, the update that changed everything. The update that changed the world. It's close enough. And then 1.8 was the update, was the bountiful update, which added guardians. I know for a fact that past 1.7, I didn't keep up. If I do actually get back into redstone like real hard, which will happen in the hardcore world if people watching this are interested. I have a lot of very big plans in that hardcore world when I go back to it. I just need the patience to sit there and let a like week of game time pass for the fucking TNT duper to finish the spawn perimeter. It's going to take years for me to finish all the projects in there, And by years, I mean probably like a decade. That's if I don't die. I could easily die because I'm stupid. Yeah, 1.9 is the combat update. I'm waiting to see when the next combat update's gonna come out. I'm hoping that a fucking combat update comes out. Because we have magic in the game. It exists. It is legitimately within the game's lore. You can use it. It exists. Enemies use it on you. There's so many things. Imagine they could add a combat update that adds a bunch of different types of weapons that do different things in combat. They could add spears and halberds that have extra reach. Halberds could work like the axe, while the spears work like the sword. Both just having longer range. But let's say you can't say they require more strength because Minecraft has no stats. Right? They swing slower, probably, but deal more damage. And when I say slower, I mean like the slowest swinging speed in Wynncraft would probably be an appropriate speed. Meaning that you could basically swing your halberd to break an enemy's shield while they're closing in on you, and then swap to a sword so that you can fucking deal damage quicker while their shield's broken and they're close to you. Or even a dagger, which just attacks faster than a sword. That's the only difference. That, and it's slightly lower damage, but it attacks like twice as fast. Would be great. And you could have magic and other shit. I should try the combat update at some point, but the combat snapshots are completely separate from normal snapshots. You have to download a specific thing to play them. Are they on Combat Test 8C right now? Combat Test 8C is the 9th and most recent experimental version of the future combat revision, which changes the mechanics of shields, although it's in development. It is a development version for future releases. Combat Experiment is a fork of 1.16.2. The version was released only on Reddit, so it does not appear on the launcher or in any Minecraft.net blog post. Gameplay. The shields fix knockback calculations for shield. Disable crouch shielding while jumping. Shields with banners are now much stronger than normal shields. 10 absorption instead of 5. Increased knockback resistance. This is just a quick way of testing different types of shields without adding new items, and is not actually going to be implemented. Yeah. There's a sliced lime video on 8C, Combat 8C, which I'd be interested to try. The thing is, I can't see them doing a full, definitive combat update without taking into account magic. There needs to be an enchantment update too, and an end update. I'd like a new dimension. A new dimension would be great. Because so far the Nether and the End, yeah, they're great, but why is there not another dimension? It feels so empty without a third. There needs to be a post-game dimension. other than the end. Like, what if you need to find a block that only spawns in an end ship, and then you need to use the purple blocks to make a portal that you then light with the dragon egg in some way to then go to a new dimension. I feel like a post-game dimension is greatly needed. You could make it so that it doesn't consume the egg, but the egg is part of the portal, making it so that the portal needs it to operate in some way. Which means that the dragon egg is, 1, no longer useless. 2, it gives an entire new region post-end to explore with new bosses, everything. Easy, very simple, very good idea. This isn't a good idea. I think that it's a good idea, but a lot of other people probably won't. Just make the new dimension, make it have all, and I mean all, of the Minecraft Legends and Dungeons enemies. And maybe some of the Chinese version enemies and bosses. Right? There's so many Minecraft enemies that don't exist in Minecraft, but only Minecraft Dungeons, or in Legends, or in the Chinese fork of Minecraft. If they added one dimension that housed them all, where you could go and fight them, that would be interesting. It would, 1, give all the enemies that we want, as well as like all these other things. You could, if they add all of the enemies, you know what that would also bring in with it? It would bring the fucking wildfire back from the dead. Because the wildfire is never being added unless they bring it from, I believe, Legends. I believe it's in Legends, not Dungeons. I could be wrong. It could be the other way around. But yeah, all the failed mob votes from fucking vote 1, they're not ever being added according to Mojang. All the failed mob votes from everyone other than that are being added at some point, whenever they feel like it. I get why some people are upset that the swamp update came out when the swamp didn't win, and it was so soon, but they stated themselves, they'll update and add whatever doesn't win whenever the fuck they want. I want the red dragon. The red dragon could be added in this new dimension. There's so many possibilities for a new fucking post-end dimension. Da-da-da. Like, once you defeat Jean, what's the point? Other than getting an elytra. Just so everyone knows, according to Mojang, the Ender Dragon's name is Jean, question mark. Jean, question mark. That is their name, including the question mark, for some reason. Don't ask me, ask Mojang. If anyone knows, it would be Mojang. Jeb, Yeb, whatever the fuck he wants to be called, I don't fucking know. Them being from all the way over there in Sweden, his name could be fucking Timothy for all I fucking know. They pronounce shit weird that you would never expect. Everyone calls him Jeb. Although, if I pronounce it like you would pronounce Mojang, it would be Yeb, would it not? but whatever, maybe it works differently with names of people instead of names of companies. Anyway, Jeb said that the red dragon would be added at some point. Is said statement true? Probably not. But I want it to be added. Like, I feel like a combat update in Minecraft can't be fulfilled without more variety of weaponry to feel more niches. We have bows and arrows, and we have crossbows, which are the exact same fucking thing, but you can load fireworks in them for some reason, but not in bows. Makes no sense. And then you have tipped arrows, and you have potions, and you have dragon's breath, which is a ranged weapon, and you have blazing gas fireballs, which are definitely magic. The ender dragon's breath is literally magic. Potions thrown by a witch are literally called magic when you die to them. If you don't die to poison but instant damage from the witch, you will. Your in-game death message is that you died to magic. I feel like if I had a team, I could make a better MMO than Wynncraft. That's how I always feel. I feel like the fucking MMOs that I play are always half-baked. They're not bad, but it doesn't feel like it's done. Like it's a finished game that they're adding on to. It feels like a half-finished game that's got decent work so far, but just hasn't hit the point where it's something that you could say is done or is good enough to call it done. I don't know. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. Talking about fucking shit like this is also tiring. Okay, this is good. I'll be right back. Okay. We have 3. That's a quarter of what we need. If they're experimenting with different types of shield, does that mean that we might get something other than just the full body shield? We might get stuff like a half shield? Because that would be interesting. A half shield. It doesn't always protect you, but it lets you swing your weapon faster, let's say. Or something along the lines of that. Once this breaks, we're going to need to go mine gems instead, because... Do. No, let's go do it now. If I don't, I will definitely forget. And let's quickly go identify this shitty piece of gear as well, so that we can scrap it. Why is this like this? Hold on. Am I still streaming? I have been streaming for an hour 9 minutes, according to this. What I am very confused about is, I think my Streamlabs is broken. I might end stream soon. Which is annoying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream now, and I'll just continue the grind off stream, since my fucking thing is broken. I'm gonna try and fix it, so that next stream works. Next stream is going to be pixel art. I'm gonna actually do it, finally. Okay. If I ever grow as a Minecraft creator, I'm gonna stand by the fucking opinion that Minecraft needs an extra dimension post-end. It really does. People are so scared of the end because it's like actually the end of the game, because once you get Elytra, blah blah blah, and so people are disabling the end in their fucking SMPs, which is stupid and I don't like it. The end needs to be, one, harder. There needs to be a post-game after the end, in another dimension. I know that everything works up to the end, but they could change the story on a whim very easily. Very easy change to the story. I believe the story right now is that the Ender Dragon is like a tyrant over the fucking people, over the Enderman, or some bullshit. That was like the running theory from MatPat from like for fucking ever ago. I'm gonna finish my thought before I end stream. Anyway, so easy. Just make it so that the Ender Dragon you may think that it was a tyrant, so you went to go slay it to free the end. And yeah, maybe it was tyrannical, but let's say that it was protecting the end and the overworld instead, while also being tyrannical from said new dimension, because the new dimension houses all these dangerous enemies, like the wildfire and all these other enemies. Give me 1 second and I'll fucking have it. What are they called? Minecraft enemies. Is there a list of all the enemies across all the games? No, there's a list for mobs that were in Minecraft and have been removed. Hold on, I'm looking to see where it is. God. Maybe I need to make a list my fucking self. Minecraft Legends mobs. There are badgers, butterflies, chickens, dragonflies, foxes, marmots, ocelots, pigs, rabbits, turtles, villagers, wolves. Big beaks are mount, brilliant beetles are mount, horses are mount, and the regal tiger are mount. Then you have the build and gather allay. You have the cobblestone golem, the creeper, the grindstone golem, the mossy golem, the plank golem, the skeleton, the warrior, and the zombie, which are all allied. Firsts, don't know what that is. First of brick, first of diorite, first of oak, first of stone. Hosts, which are the action, the foresight, and the knowledge. And for hostile mobs, you have the blaze rod, which is a piglin holding a blaze rod. You have the brute, which is like a fucking armored up piglin with 2 bows. It looks like. Maybe those are melee weapons, I have no clue. The lava launcher, the magma cube, the mace runt, the piglin builder, the pigmadillo, the portal guard, the spore medic, the seeker, the spore back, the warboar. And it has 4 bosses, being the great hog, the beast, the devourer, and the unbreakable. And then mobs and cutscenes include the ancient hoglin, the spider, the ghast, an unidentified injured piglin, orb of dominance, the seer, and the rainbow sheep. They could add all of these that aren't currently in the game. Minecraft Dungeons mob. And then they have the dungeons mobs that aren't in the game. What are in dungeons that aren't in Minecraft? They've got... Okay, I'm gonna not list things that I know are in our game. They've got clams, key golems, piggy bank, whatever the fuck that is. And they've got target dummies, tower keepers, wisps, woolly cows, and they've got the merchants, which they could easily just add, being the blacksmith, the enchantsmith, the gift wrapper, the guildsmith, the luxury merchant, the mystery merchant, piglin merchant, the power smith, the unique smith, and the village merchant. They could add shit like that into the new region as well. Wouldn't be that hard. Then you've got summonables, which are bats, bees, enchanted sheep, guardian vex, iron golems, llama, soul wizard, and wolf. The only ones that are even remotely within the same kind of archetype of mob are the Iron Golem. Cosmetic mobs. They've got baby dairy cows, baby ghasts. They've got a bunch of baby shit. Baby piebald pig, baby sooty pig, baby squids, baby woolly cows, cinnamon ferret, cluck shroom. Cluck shroom could be added easily. Just make it go where the fucking mushroom is. Dark baby goats, ducks, emperor penguins, fancy chickens, foxes, glowing mini abomination, glowing monstrosity, the golden axolotl, which exists. I don't think it's called that in the game. Golden parrot doesn't exist. The hedgehog, mini abomination, the mole, phantom familiar, raccoon, raven, royal penguin, red panda, and the redstone monstrosity, along with the ruby baby turtle, sable ferret, the skunk, spotted baby pig, the stone monstrosity, the toucan, and zombified baby pig. And they've got all these hostile mobs here, being baby drowned, which I believe exist, but I've not really seen them. Chicken Jockey Tower. Don't know what that is. I assume that it's like a chicken jockey, but there's another enemy, another mob on top. Frozen zombies. We don't have those. Jungle zombies. Mossy skeletons. Necromancers. And a variant of the skeleton that's just called skeleton. The sunken skeleton, which is like a counterpart of the drowned. The tower wraith, the vanguard, wither skeleton archers, which we have but don't spawn by default. The wraith, and then a variant of the zombie with weird armor. Then they've got enchanters, geomancers, iceologers, mountaineers, rampart captains, royal guard, tower guard, vindicator chefs, and wind callers as variants of illagers. And then they have naturally spawning charged creepers, they have icy creepers, leap leafs, pink slimes, poison anemone, poison quill vines, quick growing kelp and quick growing vine, tropical slime, wave whisperer, and a whisperer. And then they have fungus throwers, piglin hunters, zombified fungus thrower, zombified piglin hunter. Then they have the squall golem and the redstone cube. And then they have drowned necromancer, another form of the redstone golem. It's not another form. This is a different form from the Legends one, though. The illusioner, which is in the game but doesn't spawn by default, I believe. And the wildfire. Then, for bosses, they have the Ancient Guardian, the Arc Illager, the Corrupted Cauldron, the Jungle Abomination, the Mushroom Monstrosity, the Nameless One, the Redstone Monstrosity, the Tempest Golem, the Treetop Whisperer, and the Wretched Wraith. Which, if any of these are also in Legends, these ones are different, so give them a slightly different name when you add both. Easy. And then you have a mushroom by the name of just question mark, Abominable Weaver, Abyssal Eye, Ancient Terror, Barrage, Cursed Present, First Enchanter, Frost Warden, Grim Guardian, Haunted Caller, Oozing Menace, Pestilent Conjurer, Scuttling Torment, Solemn Giant, the Seeking Flame, the Swarm, the Tiny Scourge, the Tower, the Unending, Towering Growth, Unbreakable One, Unstoppable Tusk, Vengeful Mariner, Vigilant Scoundrel, Watcher of the End, and Windbeard. And then technical mobs, basically things used in other mobs' attacks. You know how the Evoker has the fangs, the Evoker fangs. Well, they've got the Abomination Vines, the Biome Mines, the Geomancer Bombs, the Geomancer Walls, and the Ice Chunks. And they have new map structures, which are technically mobs, which are weird. Being blue mushrooms, fireflies, gargoyles, minecarts, for some reason, redstone sentries, striders, vultures, and woodland sentries. And then shared origin mobs. Don't know what this means. These mobs share renders with other mobs, but are the same mob with different design. Captured blacksmith, eponymous squid, fake ancient guardian, false king, and illusioner clone. And then cinematic mobs are the orb of dominance, the unidentified end illager, and the wandering trader and his llamas. And there's mobs with unofficial design and unimplemented mobs, being the accomplished adventurer, ancient illager soldier, ancient villager, black ocelot, black wolf, daring warrior, distinguished general, fighter, hardened illager warrior, humble warrior, hunter, jailer, knight, miner, monkey, noble knight, nomad, proven warrior, reaver, rogue, seafaring warrior, survivor, unnatural creature, voice in the darkness, and the warden. I mean, the warden kind of has an official design, but I guess it doesn't have one for fucking dungeons. But okay. Unimplemented mobs include the Beta Mountaineer, the Clam Cat, the Clam Easter Egg, Cod, Jack-o'-lantern, Jellycat, Mason, Otter, Retired Adventurer, Salmon, and Web Spider. And then more unimplemented mobs are the Ancient Blaze, Ancient Cave Spider, Ancient Creeper, Ancient Enderman, Ancient Evoker, Ancient Frozen Zombie, Ancient Fungus Thrower, Ancient Ghast, Ancient Wildfire, Ancient Husk, Ancient Icelager, Ancient Jungle Zombie, Ancient Magma Cube, Ancient Mossy Skeleton, Ancient Piglin Hunter, Ancient Redstone Cube, Ancient Skeleton Horseman, Ancient Stray, Ancient Sunken Skeleton, Ancient Vindicator, Ancient Windcaller, Ancient Wither Skeleton, Ancient Wither Skeleton Archer. And then they have even more. But most of this shit's shit that I've already gone over. One notable one here is the Mage, a variant of Illager, and the Giant Royal Guard. Then they have more bosses, which I believe are unimplemented, being the Giant Cave Spider, the Giant Royal Guard, and the Obsidian Monstrosity. And then they've got the unused mobs being the Agent, the Barnacle, and that's it. Yep. Look at how many things they could add. I get why they wouldn't want to add it, but yeah. Just one dimension where there's something to do after the end would be good. They don't have to use the Legends or the Dungeons mobs, but it's so easy to do, and so many people have wanted it for a while that I don't see why not. Anyway, I'm ending the stream since my fucking streaming thing is just having issues, and I need to fix it. Le boop. That was my opinion on